talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw, it's Carr. Flushed out right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Mayfield to throw it. Oh, this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
This one goes out wide for Barkley. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. 3 yards all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Chargers will bring out the field goal unit now. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. The kick by McManus is good. And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started as they take over here with 11 seconds remaining. Eluding the pressure right. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. The final shot here before half for Carr. And this one too low.
Well, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. This time they stay on the ground. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, so the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Mostert. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. 87 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Now a give to Mostert running right. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. On play action, now Carr. Flush to his right. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. Now they'll throw with Carr. Escaping the pressure right. They're trying to find Chart, but it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This one fielded at the 5. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And now off to the races down the right side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Now McManus for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. On first down, Carr.
They'll get this into the hands of Dillon, complete.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
On the handoff, this is Mostert.
First down and a little extra from Mostert.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Raheem Mostert
with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Raiders get a score closer. Parkey adds the extra point, and the lead is down to 24. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And that's going to be good for a Chargers first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's a give to Barkley. And some space here. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
98 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the stream, the next 2 to 3 seconds to continue to move people.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. 3rd quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up.
Now Mayfield.
This is the tight end fan.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 22-yard line.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Starting to look like this drive may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. C.J. Mosley, the linebacker, making sure his presence is felt.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
2nd down and goal. Mayfield. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
3rd and goal, and still a long way from the end zone. Mayfield looks to throw. That one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And McManus able to put it through. And that'll push the lead from 24 up to 27. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
Out from the shadows of their goal line, here's 1st and 10 from the 11. They hand it off to Mostert.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
On play action, it's Carr. He'll buy some time right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, whether it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line.
122 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
2nd and goal from the 1.
Barkley will score. Touchdown, Chargers. I'm not sure what other ground there is to cover here. I mean, this offense has been amazing. Just total domination, Charles.
It clicks so well, and if you really focus in on the offensive line, they've protected well when they wanted to throw the ball. They've moved people off the line of scrimmage when they wanted to run it. Smiles all the way around. This offense has been really good in this one.
Mostert now to return.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Carr. He's going to float this one deep right side.
And, boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Carr.
Getting this out to the flat, Mostert.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Here's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Here's Carr to throw. Flushed out right. Looking sideline, incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Carr to throw again. Buying time to his left, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And after the sack, he's still down on the field.
More from L.A. in a moment.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Eluding the pressure, and he's going to go down again. Leonard Floyd providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. Can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to, because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
that's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, They need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And it's a quick slant to Lockett.
Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. One final try now for Carr. Flush to his right. And that will be incomplete.